What's up, everyone? It's Mark Shalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars, and I'm coming right back at you with yet another spectacular vehicle. Today, I'm sitting behind the wheel of a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro SS 396 with 375 horse, better known as an L78. This car was certified by Camaro expert Jerry MacNeish of Camaro High Performance, and it's one of only 3 L78s to ever achieve the Legend certification from the Camaro Nationals. You've got to check this out. To start off this presentation here, I'd like to mention, if you have or have not been following MS Classic Cars, please note, I only collect number 1 and number 2 condition vehicles. I've been doing that since inception. I'm very proud to say that we are the only classic car dealership in the country who services everything that we sell. We document the work with an invoice. Regardless of who restores the car, an example would be this vehicle here today, whether it's factory correct or whether it's custom, they all need to be sorted out. In this brand new binder that I do create for every vehicle, first and foremost, you will see the invoice, which you can also see in our photo gallery on our website. And our website is msclassiccars.com. You'll see that we invested a total of $5,814.11. And again, we list everything that's been done. The point of doing that is so that the new owner doesn't have anything to worry about when he or she gets the vehicle. Once the vehicles are done in our service department, we spend countless hours detailing them to the highest level. We start from the undercarriage and we work our way right to the top side. And you see what the end product is in our photo, in our videos, and so forth. Again, I would highly recommend visiting our website so you can see all the photos of this spectacular car. So what I have done here is I've composed this entire description. I will tell you that I am going to read a lot of this information off of here. There's so much information I want to review. The purpose of this video is not for entertainment. We are doing a driving video of this car. Maybe that will be a little bit more entertaining. The purpose of this video here is to be giving the new possible owner as much information as I can, so I apologize if it's boring. But again, very important that I want to cover all this information about the car. So first thing I'm going to say is I always put some quotes on vehicles I list on the website for myself personally, and here's what it says from me. MS Classic Cars specializes in first-generation Camaros, and I'm proud to say I've owned some of the best examples known to exist. We have owned multiple first-generation Camaros. We've owned a 67 that achieved the Legend certificate. We've owned 3 68s and we've owned 5 69s. So it's very, very clear that we've owned some of the best, and that's kind of what we're known for. This 1968 rare 68 Camaro SS 396, 375 horse L78 Legend certified, again by Jerry MacNeish, is one of those cars. Now, this is a quote from Jerry MacNeish's report. that I just wanted to put in the description here. No corners were cut during the process and quality of the restoration. This is second to none. This car falls into the concourse restored category. Only 4,575 L78 Camaros were produced in 1968, making this a very desirable Camaro in the marketplace. Original engine L78s are extremely hard to find and very rare. I have approximately 8 original 68 L78 engine Camaros in my Camaro High Performance database. Again, that's from Jerry MacNeish. He only has 8 vehicles that are L78s in his database that retain the original engine. Again, this is a super rare car. This gorgeous 1968 Chevrolet Camaro SS396 L78, which again is 375 horse, is one of only 4,575 produced and one of only 3 to ever achieve the prestigious Legend certification from the Camaro Nationals. Let me just touch base on this for a second. If you go to the Camaro Nationals website, you can clearly see they have a Legends class. When you pull that drop-down box, you will see that they hold that once a year. It's in Maryland. And there's 6 judges, the top judges in the country. As an example, Jerry MacNeish, Larry Christensen, Mike Slaughter, etc. They all go there and they judge these cars. You have to be either invited to that or you have to score gold at the Camaro Nationals to be able to go into there. Just because you go to that event does not mean the odds are good that you're going to achieve their certificate. It's actually a process and only a handful of cars get selected. On that note, what I've done is I've went to the website. I've actually printed the entire list of every single car that actually has achieved the Legend certification. I started right from the top and just printed all 3 pages. You will see that there's not many cars when you look at them. And this is not just 68s, of course. This is actually 67s, 68s, 69s. There's some 70s in here, 71s, 72s, and so forth. Very short list with all things considered. I also would like to make note that sending your car to this is expensive. You have to ship your car to the destination. You have to stay at a hotel, spend your time, ship the car back home. It's easily a $5,000 to $10,000 investment just to get your cars there and go through that process. So again, I want to clarify this because sometimes when cars are previously listed, a lot of these things aren't mentioned, people don't understand. And again, that's the point of this presentation here, is to get you as the buyer to clearly understand how unique and special this car is. So hopefully that clarifies some things. So once again, the Legends Concourse class is the highest level of judging for a Camaro. This amazing example, again, has been certified as authentic by Camaro expert Jerry MacNeish of Camaro High Performance. I want to also mention, unfortunately, like many muscle cars out there, I'm going to use big block Corvettes as an example. I'm going to use Shelby Mustangs as an example. A lot of these cars are fraudulently made. They're either rebodied, where people, swap VIN tags, they swap bodies, they make fake trim tags. A lot of people don't know this. They restamp engine blocks and so forth, and they create a fake car. Unfortunately, a huge percentage of these cars are fraudulently made, so it's super important to know what you're looking at. The report and their certificate of authenticity dated March 24th of 2023 is included. I had Jerry do a new certification. So once again, you can see this on our website. Again, this is the entire page of the report. There's 3 pages here, and that's their certificate of authenticity that I was referencing. Again, that is included with the car, and it is done fresh. Again, March 24th of 2023. The car retains its original VIN tag, original trim tag, very important things, and so forth. In 1968, the Camaro 396 375 horse L78 option was the most powerful Camaro offered. Now, I know some of you were thinking, well, what about the L79, which was the aluminum head car? Only 272 of those cars were produced. Same horsepower, just a little bit less weight. So again, it's fair to say that this is the most powerful engine that they offered in 1968. Now, as the copy of the NCRS shipping data report indicates, the GM official production date of this car was October 20th, 1967. We do have this also in this binder here. This is a copy of the original. The original was misplaced. I'm sure if the new owner wants to, they can get a new copy. But this is the copy that we have here. Again, this is a really important thing. Jerry always advises that people get those, especially if they're going to be keeping the car, just to show the history and so forth. This car was ordered with a Cordovan Maroon exterior with an early production white Super Sport Bumblebee stripe and a black standard bucket seat interior. Only 3.4% of all Camaros produced in 1968 were painted this maroon. This is definitely a rare color. It's spectacular in person. This car was ordered with the following options. It had the deluxe seat belts, the vinyl top, it had the posi traction, the 373 gear ratio in the back, power brakes, it had the SS equipment with the 375 horse V8, close ratio 4-speed transmission, the wood steering wheel, and it had the AM/FM radio along with the exterior style group. The original delivery dealer was dealer code 132 in zone 44. Emmert Chevrolet Company located in Detroit, Michigan. The car was discovered in Fly, Ohio, and was purchased by Frank Simmons in 2011. Frank understood the significance of this car and wanted to restore it to the highest level. He connected with well-known restorer Ken Lucas of Lucas Restoration, located in Phoenix, Maryland. Ken Lucas is very close friends with Jerry MacNeish, who assists whenever needed. We have owned another L78 at MS Classic Cars I sold a few years ago that was actually green. You can see it on our sold page. That vehicle, Ken Lucas also restored. It was his personal car, used it as his poster child. Again, he's known for his extremely high quality first generation Camaro restorations, and Ken is a friend of ours. Definitely would like to give him a shout out. He has since retired, but thought I would definitely do that for him. Just a really nice guy. This car is the product of a rotisserie nut and bolt restoration that was completed in June of 2014. Photos of the restoration are included. You can find them on Ken's website. It's still up. It was shown at the 2014 Camaro Nationals bow tie judging class, where it achieved 983 of 1,000 points. It was invited to the Camaro Nationals Legend Concourse judging in 2015, and then again in 2016, where it achieved a top score of 95.5. The judging information is included, and the Legend certification is documented on the Camaro Nationals website, as I mentioned earlier. MS Classic Cars purchased this car in March of 2023, and it's the first time that we've ever listed it for sale right here, right now. And since the vehicle's been completed, it only has 142 miles on it. So this is a car, once again, I don't even know if I'll ever have the opportunity to ever own one of these cars again. It is extremely rare. The more that you learn about it, the better it becomes. Truly awesome. So I'm going to fly through the rest of this here, try not to bore you with some of these details, just want to go over it quickly. The exterior of this first generation Camaro is stunning with its iconic design. The bodywork and paintwork was completed by Jerry's Hot Rods in Hampstead, Maryland. During the restoration, most of the sheet metal was replaced on this car. The body is really straight, the gaps are precise. The hood doors, trunk open very nicely. The car was refinished again in its original color. It's a beautiful maroon with the white super stripe on the front there. The bumblebee stripe is what they reference it as. The paint is beautiful, and it was recently detailed to show quality by the team at MS Classic Cars. The windshield, door glass, quarter glass, rear glass is new with the correct factory stamps. Everything on the exterior was replaced. All the stainless trim is in beautiful shape. The wipers, the antenna, the driver's side mirror, the door and quarter glass stainless trim, the dual vents that you see on the hood, the front grille, the headlights, the bumpers, the emblems, it just goes on and on. Everything is in beautiful condition. The car has a killer stance. I think everybody would agree. This has got that really cool stance for a 1968 Camaro on the 14-inch painted steel wheels with chrome hubcaps. and those wheels are wrapped with Firestone Super Sport wide oval Redline F70 14 tires. Again, everything on the exterior is in beautiful shape and is in working order. As we flow to the interior, the simple styling is evident throughout in the car. It's one of the things I love about Camaros. They're just really simple. The entire interior was refinished in its original color of black. The wood steering wheel and wood center dash adds that little bit of touch of class. Everything was restored in this interior. Again, headliner, dome light, sun visors, rear view mirror, dash pad, all the gauges, the bucket seats, the Munchie shifter, the pedals, the carpeting. I think you get the point. Everything also in the interior is in working order. The trunk compartment, we flipped to the back of the vehicle. It was also beautifully restored. It does have its correct stickers on the back side of the trunk lid. It has the correct splatter paint. Again, it's been outfitted with a matching spare tire and jack tools. Now, as we get to the engine compartment, this is where things get a little exciting because of what's under the hood. This engine compartment is highly detailed throughout with many correct parts. The back side of the hood is covered with the correct installation. Firewall, inner fenders, radiator support was refinished in the correct shade of black. Again, the car is powered by its original matching numbers, 396 V8 engine that's rated at 375 horsepower. The engine is completely rebuilt and it runs excellent. We have dialed it in at MS Classic Cars. We did post some of the stamping numbers and some of the stuff that gets a little technical here. If you care to get into those details, like alternator numbers, distributor numbers, things like that, you can check it out on our website description. The engine is cooled by the correct radiator with the original fan clutch blade, again, which is date coded to the car. The engine sounds awesome through the correct exhaust manifolds and dual exhaust system. Now, the engine is coupled to a correct 4-speed Muncie transmission. Again, we have all those numbers, the assembly dates, and so forth. The power is transferred to the original matching numbers, 12-bolt axle, again with that 3.73 posi traction. Again, we have all the numbers to the rear end, transmission, engine, and everything within our description on our website if you care to know all of that. Now, to wrap up the presentation here, let's talk about the undercarriage. You have to see the photos of the underneath of this car. It is spectacular. It's highly detailed with tons of the correct parts. The underside of the body was refinished in the correct shade of black. The original style paint marks and everything were applied in the correct areas when it went down the assembly line. The attention to detail is so nice, it truly should be displayed with mirrors at a car show. All the steering components, suspension components, and braking system has been restored or replaced. Again, I get into some more numbers like the shocks, the boosters, and things like that. But I think you get a really good understanding of how special this car is. Once again, if you are a collector and you're looking for investment grade cars, there's nothing better than purchasing a vehicle from the 60s or the 70s. When you get into these rare production numbers, especially high horsepower cars, these are the cars to consider. This car is, again, one of only 3 cars to ever achieve the Legend certification, which means it's probably going to be a top 3 find that you'll ever find as far as correctness and authenticity. So if you care about how something was built and how correct it is, this is clearly the car for you. So before I go ahead and start it, I'm going to mention if you have not signed up for the MS Classic Cars VIP email blast, please do so. We have thousands and thousands of customers that follow that. We are also on all the social media networks. We ask that you follow us there as well. MS Classic Cars, we're not a huge organization, but we are definitely doing huge things. Make sure to check us out. Do your homework on us. Really appreciate you watching this video. Once again, I apologize if it was boring. Just want to be as educational as we possibly can. So regarding me starting this vehicle right here, I have not started this car in probably 3 weeks or so. This is a cold start. Again, we're going to be doing a driving video. Make sure to check that out. You'll see how the car is during that video as far as how it drives. But today I want to show you how well this is dialed in. Again, keep in mind this is a 375 horse engine, and watch how fast it starts when I pump the gas pedal a few times and turn the key. You can't make that up. It's idling absolutely beautiful, and this is a cold start. We really appreciate you watching this video, and as always, rock and roll.